All right, so here we have the website edit page that is currently static, right? This is just displaying some static content from our previous work last week. Right? So what we want to be able to do is display dynamic content for the particular website or particular entity instance that we are editing. And we're going to grab it from the ID that is being displayed here in the parameter. Okay? And we're going to follow more or less the same idea that we use for loading the user ID. Right? When we use the user ID to fetch a particular user, we're going to do more or less the same thing for the website. Okay? So let's do that. So this gives us a chance to practice. Okay, so let's go to let's implement a controller that will allow us to do this. Right? The only place where a template or a view can fetch data is a controller needs to provide it. Right? So let's create a controller that can parse this out and then retrieve the data to be displayed here. Okay? So let's see. So we have here in the public, we have assignments, graduate, views, and we're under website, and we have we're displaying the website edit template, and we're going to need a controller for that as well, right? For that particular template. So I'm going to copy it from website list, and I'm going to call it website edit controller. Right? If we open that up, some of this stuff we're not going to need. Let's see. First of all, let's rename it. So this should be called website edit instead. Website edit. There we go. We're going to replace all. And let's see what we don't need from here. Let's see. Well, the user ID we still need. Right, we're in the in this URL, and that ID I'm still going to need and then I'm going to parse out this ID, and which we have configured in the config file. We configured that ID to be mapped to the placeholder website ID, right? So we can retrieve it from the route parameters, right, using this ID. So if we go back to the controller, we can parse that out, model website ID. We can parse it out from our route params, right? And we can use this alternative syntax, right? You can use the square brackets, or you can use the dot notation, right? But once you choose one, just stick to it. Okay, don't use it sometimes one way, sometimes another. It just makes it harder to read. Okay, but they're both equivalently acceptable. All right. All right. So we have the website ID. What about this init over here? We are retrieving the websites from find all websites for user ID. Do we need that? Well, let's see. We could use it to feed and render this left-hand side, right? And the implementation of this left-hand side is going to be exactly the same implementation that we did for this list of websites, right? So I'm going to leave that there so that you can implement this left-hand side. Right? I'll leave it there. Let's see. What else do we need? We need to be able to retrieve that one website now that we know its ID. Okay, so let's retrieve it from a service that I don't believe exists yet. So the actual website is being edited. We're going to retrieve from the website service find website by ID, and we're going to pass it model.websiteID. Right? Okay? And I don't know if we implemented this. Let's see if we implemented. It should be in the service, website service. Okay, we don't have it. We don't have it. We only have this one finder method. Let's implement the other one. This find website by ID. Implement it in a function of the same name. Again, we are declaring the API at the top, right, and then we're implementing it down below. This makes it easier for folks who want to read your code, right, to group all these things together in one place, right, so that you're not forcing me to read the entire code. I can immediately see that this is the API to this interface, the interface to this service. Okay, all right, so we'll implement it down below. and presumably I'm going to need the website ID, and then we can then search for the website and return, right, whatever whatever we find here. We can use websites, and do a filter here and find the website that matches the website ID. So if website underscore ID matches, return. If this matches website ID, right, then I'm going to return that. Yes? It is either going to return an object from the array, or it's going to return unidentified, undefined. Okay? All right? So if I have that in the controller, I'll have the model website, which can then be rendered on the templates, right? Using model website. So let's go to the template, and in the templates, let's render it here. Let's see if something comes back. Let's render on the right-hand side. I believe this is the right-hand side. Let's see. This is the left-hand side. This div over here, and this is the right-hand side. Okay, so I'm going to display it right here. See if that displays, and that didn't display. Wait, what happened? No. Why did that work? Why did that work? This is website edit. Do I have any errors? I don't have any errors. Oh, probably I don't have a controller associated to this template, right? Let's do that. Let's go back to my config. And indeed, I don't have a controller for this template. Let's declare it. So that's this website edit. I believe that's what we called it. Is it? Website edit controller. Yes, website edit controller. There it is. And this new controller, we never loaded it. The file, we never loaded it from the index page. So let's go back to the index page and load that one controller. And it'll be this edit. All right, so let's try that again. There we go. All right, so we have that one edit. The one we want to edit. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. We don't have 3, 4, 5. Right? All right, so the last thing that we need to do is bind, right, these names to the input fields and the description to the input fields, to the text area. So let's do that. So in the template, right, instead of rendering it as model.website, instead we can bind, instead of having this hard-coded value, right, we can bind it to a model. You can say ng model. This is bound to model.website.name, right, and this is bound to, we don't need this text here, so let's throw that away. Okay. What? Okay, whatever. ng model is going to be mapped to the current website, model website, and then this will be the description, description. Let's see. There we go. Facebook and Lawton. If I go back, right, and if I click on Twitter, notice that I have the Twitter data, or if I click on Gizmodo, I have the Gizmodo data. You see that? All right, everybody good? All right.